Introducing Kube360, a batteries-included Kubernetes distribution that can automate the provisioning, management, and scaling of applications so that you can focus on building your next great application. Kube360 empowers developers and IT teams to deliver the experiences customers demand rapidly. Develop your applications without worrying about infrastructure, giving your developers the freedom to write code their way. You'll deliver applications on time and on budget, with less operational complexity and more flexibility to respond to change. You're giving your business what it needs to compete. Authentication. Kube360 leverages your company's existing identity management solution. There's no need to remember yet another set of credentials. Existing corporate security policies are fully respected, and you can limit permissions based on existing group configuration at your company, making it easy and safe to grant everyone in your company access to your Kube360 status. We believe in democratizing access to cluster information. Cluster Management Portal. Kube360 allows you to manage multiple clusters simultaneously, spanning different cloud providers, different geographic regions, and your on-premises cluster. At a glance, you can see the current health of the applications within your various cluster, and diving into your cluster details is just a click away. Cluster Details. The Cluster Details page gives you a quick overview of your cluster status via configurable metrics charts. These can be based on standard metrics such as memory usage and network I/O, or can leverage custom metrics provided by your applications. This display can also be customized for different roles, such as providing your operations team and management teams different insights into your cluster. Services. Kube360 is a batteries-included Kubernetes distribution, featuring commonly needed functionality with sensible defaults. Let's start by exploring the Kubernetes cluster status page. Kubernetes cluster status. Every user of Kube360 has access to the Kubernetes status page, providing insight into what is running in your cluster and the ability to make manual modifications. Each user's permissions are controlled via Role-Based Access Control, or RBAC, making it safe to expose users across your organization to this page. Namespaces. Within your cluster, applications are partitioned into namespaces, allowing more fine-grained permission control, as well as deeper insight into costs across different logical groupings. Resources. Within the status page, you can view individual resources, such as deployments and pods. Deployments maintain an auto-healing, auto-scaling collection of pods. Auto-healing. With health checks in place, Kube360 can automatically detect pod, network, or machine failures, and automatically start replacement pods to compensate. Watch as we kill a production pod, and how a replacement pod is started and available in under a minute. Continuous deployment. Kube360 includes a continuous deployment solution out of the box, which lives inside the cluster. This provides a more secure approach to deploying applications into a cluster. By encouraging a GitOps workflow, your team retains full audit logs of previous deployments, as well as the ability to roll back to recover from unhealthy deployments. Synchronization can be configured for either auto-sync or manual intervention, depending on your company's preferred processes. And Kube360 fully supports and encourages multi-environment deployments, allowing you to fully test staging in the same cluster that will ultimately run your production software. Monitoring. Kube360 includes a complete monitoring, dashboards, and log aggregation solution out of the box. Based on open source software and configurable protocols, this allows your team to monitor and configure alerts for both standard metrics as well as application-specific information. Aggregated logs will simplify the process of debugging distributed systems. By keeping the default monitoring system within the cluster, we hope to provide an easy way to get started, as well as to stay in compliance with data regulations. Kube360 can also be configured to use external monitoring and log aggregation services. Service Mesh. Intercluster network traffic is optionally mediated by Istio, providing configurability of network traffic and optional encryption of all data sent within the cluster via mutual TLS. Combined with the built-in TLS certificate management support at the load balancer, this provides for an end-to-end encrypted solution. Command line access. Command line access to Kubernetes and cloud APIs can be a tedious process for engineers. Properly managing temporary credentials and multi-factor authentication, together with a wide range of tools that need to leverage these credentials, can be a recurring source of headaches for IT departments. And worse yet, mismanaging this can lead to blockages for engineers or security compromises. Kube360 solves this with its companion K3 command line tool, which uses secure, open authentication standards to bypass the need for manual credential management or copying. And by using temporary credentials exclusively, it is now possible to quickly and fully off-board staff. Kube360, you're giving your business what it needs to compete.